Hello everyone, it's July 13th, a humid day here in Seoul. I'm Son Ji-ae, and these are your top stories.
A UNESCO committee expressed, quote, strong regret over Japan's violating a promise to recognize forced laborers at a historic display on Hashima Island. It also gave Japan a deadline to address the insufficient information. The island was recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2015, and Japan promised to tell visitors about Koreans and others who were brought against their will to some of the sites in the 1940s and forced to work under harsh conditions. But in a report on Monday, UNESCO found that the current display highlights the achievements of Japan's Industrial Revolution without adequately remembering the victims. An official call for Japan to live up to its promise is expected to be adopted at an annual session of the World Heritage Committee next week. BTS's summer blockbuster single Butter remained top of Billboard's main single chart for the 7th week in a row. The global pop group's second English hit drew nearly 11 million US streams and sold over 108,000 downloads last week. This marks the longest #1 streak by a group since 1995, when Mariah Carey with Boyz II Men spent 16 weeks atop Billboard Hot 100. The single is also BTS's longest-running Hot 100 #1 song so far. But many are watching to see if another BTS runaway hit will knock it off its perch. Permission to Dance, the second track on the Butter EP, is a collaboration with Ed Sheeran and debuted at the #2 spot on Spotify's Global Top 200 chart last Friday. Amid speculations about whether President Moon Jae-in will attend the upcoming Tokyo Olympics for a summit with Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga, the president's office issued some conditions. An anonymous presidential official was quoted as saying Seoul was looking for sincere discussions with Japan on some of the most difficult bilateral issues. These would include wartime sexual slavery and forced labor victims, Japan's export restrictions, and Tokyo's planned discharge of contaminated water from the Fukushima power plant. On Tuesday, Seoul also lodged a complaint through diplomatic channels after Japan renewed its claims to Korea's islets of Dokdo in an annual defense policy paper. Seoul officials, however, have expressed concern that by leaking the diplomatic discussions to the Japanese press, Tokyo was using the possible summit for political purposes.
And those were your top stories. Stay safe everyone, and remember to subscribe to Korea Now. Son Ji-ae out.